Chronicles, chapter 35. And Josiah makes a Passover to Yahweh in Jerusalem, and they slaughter the Passover offering on the 14th of the first month. And he stations the priests over their charges, and strengthens them for the service of the house of Yahweh, and says to the Levites, who are teaching all Israel, who are sanctified to Yahweh, put the holy ark in the house that Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, built. It is not a burden on the shoulder to you. Now serve your God Yahweh and his people Israel, and prepare, by the house of your fathers, according to your divisions, by the writing of David, king of Israel, and by the writing of his son Solomon, and stand in the holy place by the divisions of the house of the fathers of your brothers, sons of the people, and the portion of the house of a father of the Levites, and slaughter the Passover offering, and sanctify yourselves, and prepare for your brothers to do according to the word of Yahweh by the hand of Moses. And Josiah lifts up to the sons of the people a flock of lambs and young goats, the whole for Passover offerings, for everyone who is found, to the number of 30,000 and 3,000 oxen. These are from the substance of the king. And his heads for a willing offering to the people, to the priests, and to the Levites have lifted up. Hilkiah and Zechariah and Jehiel, leaders in the house of God, have given 2,600 to the priests for Passover offerings, and 300 oxen. And Conaniah and Shemaiah and Nethaneel his brothers, and Hashabiah and Jeiel and Jozabad, heads of the Levites, have lifted up 5,000 to the Levites for Passover offerings, and 500 oxen. And the service is prepared, and the priests stand on their station, and the Levites on their divisions, according to the command of the king. And they slaughter the Passover offering, and the priests sprinkle out of their hand, and the Levites are stripping them. And they turn aside the burnt offering, to put them by the divisions of the house of the fathers of the sons of the people, to bring near to Yahweh, as it is written in the scroll of Moses. And so for the oxen. And they cook the Passover with fire according to the ordinance. And they have cooked the sanctified things in pots and in kettles and in pans, for all the sons of the people. And afterward they have prepared for themselves and for the priests. For the priests, sons of Aaron, are occupied in the offering up of the burnt offering and of the fat until night. And the Levites have prepared for themselves and for the priests, sons of Aaron. And the singers, sons of Asaph, are on their station, according to the command of David, and Asaph, and Heman, and Jeduthun, seer of the king. And the gatekeepers are at every gate. It is not for them to turn aside from off their service, for their brothers the Levites have prepared for them. And all the service of Yahweh is prepared on that day, to keep the Passover, and to cause burnt offering to ascend on the altar to Yahweh, according to the command of King Josiah. And the sons of Israel who are found make the Passover at that time, and the celebration of unleavened things, for 7 days. And there has not been made a Passover like it in Israel from the days of Samuel the prophet, and none of the kings of Israel made such a Passover as Josiah has made, and the priests and the Levites, and all Judah and Israel who are found, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. In the 18th year of the reign of Josiah, this Passover has been made. After all this, when Josiah has prepared the house, Necho, king of Egypt, has come up to fight against Carchemish by the Euphrates. And Josiah goes forth to meet him. And he sends messengers to him, saying, And what do I have to do with you, O king of Judah? I do not come against you today, but to the house with which I have war. And God commanded to hurry me. Cease for yourself from God, who is with me, and he does not destroy you. And Josiah has not turned around his face from him, but has disguised himself to fight against him, and has not listened to the words of Necho from the mouth of God, and comes to fight in the Valley of Megiddo. And the archers shoot at King Josiah, and the king says to his servants, Remove me, for I have become very sick. And his servants remove him from the chariot, and cause him to ride on the second chariot that he has, and cause him to go to Jerusalem, and he dies, and is buried in the graves of his fathers. And all Judah and Jerusalem are mourning for Josiah. And Jeremiah laments for Josiah, and all the male and female singers speak in their lamentations of Josiah to this day, and set them for a statute on Israel. And behold, They are written beside the Lamentations. And the rest of the matters of Josiah, and his kind acts, according as it is written in the law of Yahweh, even his matters, the first and the last, behold, they are written on the scroll of the kings of Israel and Judah.